Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Marker placed.
Be careful down there, boss.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. What?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. The weather will clear shortly. Development project. The map has been updated. Extraction failed.
I'm sorry, boss, but the extraction failed. The support unit just isn't skilled enough. If you want to increase the success rate of Fulton extractions in bad weather, you need to improve the support unit.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания.
КП этажом 10. Оборудование разрушено. Саботаж со стороны врага. Прием.
Это КП. Понял. Немедленно все осмотрите. Конец связи.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Extract him. He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Комплект СВ-6. Мы закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Конец связи.
Has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Outpost captured.
He's coming too. Roger that.
philosophers must be reunited.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ovu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan.
Stay back. It's too dangerous. Hey. Back up, kid. I said no. You have to stay back.
Some things can't be helped. Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingo ya Shabani.
It's down there. Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate. Don't even. How could you let it fall down there anyway? Go down there, and it is over. Boss! Hey! Listen to me! There is no way to recover the body. Stunt was that? Trying to panic us? Look. Here. Welcome back, boss.
Oh, Snake! What is it, Snake? Gallo Pinto! Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make it. She picked it up so fast. I was really surprised. I guess Parisians have cooking in the blood. Are Cecile and Amanda doing okay? I wonder why they haven't visited. Ugh. My head. It hurts.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
The map has been updated.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
Our mother tongue was indeed.
That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the US speaks it. I must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Into the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people. But I
You gotta extract him.
history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them.
Analysis complete.
They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language.
Yeah,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
we shouldn't be calling you Code Talker, huh?
No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the
Пассажир Фоксоной! Вверх!
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called code talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term code talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
That's the target.
Was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex.
Okay, subject is in.
Virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use it. Code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Dene was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Dene. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Honor spent generations suppressing the language.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I guess we shouldn't be calling you code talker.
You gonna extract him?
No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me code talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist?
That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Dene name, forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt persecution of our language...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
It continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Dene outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite. one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language. Though never did I intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must...
You gotta extract him.
Either.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
Outpost captured.
Where are your friends?
You gotta extract him.
The map has been updated.
Damn it! Be my
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Where are the others? Speak.
Your map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Side op completed. Side ops list updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Landing zone.
Roger.
Support helicopter requested.
A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war.
Clouds approaching.
For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs. You spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes. Since ancient times, every civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its home, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only have to abide by one rule: English. For exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Fire at will.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Complete.
You gotta extract him.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Clouds approaching. Analysis. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Fire.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been analysis complete.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Side-ops list updated.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Marker placed.
Be careful down there, boss.
Quiet.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. 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 Analysis complete.
Extract him. Coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Going to extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him.
Что за...
Coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination.
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверите их питание. КП, это что здесь? Оборудование повреждено. Похоже, дело рук врага. Прием! Это КП, понял. Немедленно проверить.
Outpost captured.
Конец связи.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Caution, heavy mist and development project has been added. Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Side ops list updated. Mission list are clouds approaching.